From that day, recovery became my new routine. Not success, not failure. Recovery. The ulcer was no longer attacking me the way it did in the beginning, but it had not left either. It would disappear for a while, then quietly remind me it was still there. Some minutes I would feel completely normal. Then suddenly the pain would return. It was teaching me patience in a way no one ever could. Then the catarrh came. My whole body became weak. The weakness was different from tiredness. It felt as though my body was asking me to slow down whether I wanted to or not. Every time I ate, I had to wait before lying down because I was now afraid of making the stomach worse. Even sleeping became something I had to prepare for. I found myself counting the hours after eating before I could rest. I laughed quietly one day. Months ago, I used to eat anything I found, sleep immediately, and wake up to continue surviving. Now my own body was teaching me that everything I had ignored was finally asking to be noticed. Even through all of this, the work never stopped. I kept editing. I kept writing. I kept uploading. Not because I was chasing numbers anymore, because somewhere during this season I realized something. I genuinely love the work itself. One morning I opened Grok and discovered something had changed. Instead of 3 free days, it had become 7. Wallahi, that small change genuinely made me happy. Not because my life had suddenly become easier, because for 7 days I could create clean images again without worrying. That little happiness surprised even me. It reminded me that beneath all the sickness, beneath all the stress, my love for creating was still alive. So I continued, not with the same speed as before, not with the same energy, but I continued. Every video now was edited with a tired body. Sometimes I would pause halfway through because I needed to eat. Sometimes because I needed to wait before sleeping. Sometimes because the stomach reminded me it was still healing. The work itself had become slower, just like my recovery. One day I woke up angry, not because of the ulcer, not because of the catarrh, because I looked at my account. Empty. Empty. I looked at the food. Almost finished. I looked at the room. Quiet. Then I looked at myself. I realized I had reached a point where even 1,000 had become difficult to find. I asked someone. Nothing. Asked another. Nothing. Again. Nothing. For a moment my thoughts became heavy, really heavy. I questioned everything. Not because I had stopped believing in Allah, because I was exhausted. Then I stopped myself. I said, enough, this is not me. I cannot keep begging people for 1,000. If this continues, I will go and work, any honest work, construction, labor, anything. I would rather sweat than keep asking. That decision brought a strange peace into my heart. The next day I returned to the old garage, the place that once carried so many of my dreams. Walking back there felt different, not because the place had changed, because I had. I met some of the old customers. We greeted each other. We talked. One of them listened carefully and quietly gave me $2,000. Another person also gave me another $2,000. One customer understood where the conversation was going and disappeared before I could even finish speaking. I smiled, not because it was funny, because Allah had already provided enough before He left. I bought medicine, bananas, eggs. Then I returned home. One thing still remained: rice. I walked to the woman who had been helping me with rice. The first time I asked, she smiled. She even told me to serve myself. The second time, she still helped me. But this day felt different. She was about to pray. She looked at me, said nothing, finished her prayer, then called her daughter. She asked her daughter to give me some rice. The daughter brought only a little, enough for a few days. Nobody said anything. I simply collected it, sighed thank you, and returned quietly to my room. I sat there looking at the rice for a long time before cooking it. It was still food. I was still grateful. But only Allah knows what I saw. Only Allah knows what I felt. For the first time, I realized something painful. People also become tired, not because they are bad, simply because they are human. That understanding hurt me, but it also freed me. That day I made myself a promise. Inshallah, this will be the last time. Not because asking for help is shameful, but because I wanted to become the one helping again. I wanted to earn again. I wanted my own hands to provide again. If YouTube opens tomorrow, Alhamdulillah. If it delays, Alhamdulillah. I will continue creating. But I will also continue looking for honest work until Allah opens the door He has already written for me. Alhamdulillah.